Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the English news of Bình Phước Radio, television station and newspaper. I'm Ngọc Tỷ, presenting you the top story as usual. Enhancing capacities of elected deputies. Speeding up COVID-19 vaccinations. France Minister trusts government meeting on socio-economic situations. Ninh Bình among 12 coolest movie filming location in Asia, according to US magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, the Standing Committee of the Provincial People's Council has coordinated with the National Assembly Deputies Working Committee to hold a training session on enhancing the operational skills of People's Council deputies at all levels.
Participants were guided on discussion and Q&A methods, Q&As, information and data collection, among other topics. Questioning is an effective form of monitoring as it directly affects voters via the mass media. Through questioning, voters can hear the views of and evaluate the capacity of People's Council deputies. Questioning is a monitoring activity with profound political and legal significance, so we must improve the quality of questioning aid sessions. Every deputy must improve his or her knowledge, skills, and attitude. These three factors form a deputy's operational capacity, and only when this capacity is sufficient can he or she perform their task as a representative of the people and for the people. Supervisory skills, the organization of supervisory activities, citizens' reception skills, voter contact skills, handling letters, petitions, and complaints, and other tasks were also introduced at the training.
The Ministry of Health has held an online conference on the progress of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign and the strengthening of the disease prevention efforts. Leaders from the Bình Phước Department of Health and representatives from the relevant departments, branches, and units took part in the conference.
According to the Bình Phước Department of Preventive Medicine, infectious diseases such as COVID-19, dengue fever, monkeypox, and acute hepatitis have been complex issues in many countries around the world. As of August 1st, Bình Phước had recorded 118,503 cases of COVID-19, of which 105 patients are still being treated. The number of local cases has fallen sharply over the past month, with an average of 2 positive cases each day. All communes face a level 1 risk from the pandemic. Over the past 2 months, Bình Phước has recorded no fatalities from COVID-19 and is currently administering vaccine booster shots. Acting Minister of Health Đào Hồng Lan has called for the further acceleration of COVID-19 vaccinations. Specifically, it's necessary to focus on vaccinating children from 5 to 12 years old during August. She also calls for methodical communication strategy.
The Farmers Association of Truyền district in Bình Phước province has recently held the Farmers Talent Contest 2022.
More than 150 officials and members of farmers' associations in 9 communes and towns in the district took part in the event. Teams competed in 4 competitions associated with the work of the Farmers Association and the Farmers Movement. Guidelines and policies from the party and state relating to agriculture, farmers and rural areas, as well as scientific and technical knowledge in agricultural production, the cooperative economy, value chain production links, and the application of high technology were included in the exams. The contest is an opportunity for officials, members, and farmers in the district to exchange and learn from each other on applying technical advances in production and promoting the building of advanced new rural areas and civilized urban areas, thereby helping to increase wealth and sustainably reduce the poverty rate.
Now let's take a look at the top story around the country. Rice Minister Phạm Minh Chính stressed the need to ensure the stability of the macroeconomies, markets of different kinds, politics, and people's materials and spiritual life while chairing a regular government meeting on August 3rd.
At the hybrid event, Prime Minister Truyền also urged keeping a closer watch on the situation, intensifying preventive and grassroots healthcare and vaccination, and enhancing disciplines. Truyền pointed out uncertainties in the first 7 months of this year, including unprecedented ones such as the conflict in Ukraine, soaring oil and gas prices, inflation in many countries, and epidemics. Meanwhile, the domestic economy has shown limited resilience to external shocks, he noted. Apart from achievements, problems still remain such as inflation pressure and risk, price fluctuations, and low public investment disbursement, he said, adding that some socio-economic recovery and development targets have yet to meet expectations.
Vietnamese Minister of Foreign Affairs Bùi Thanh Sơn attended the 55th ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting which opened in Phnom Penh, Cambodia on August 3rd morning.
Ceremony, Cambodian Prime Minister Samdech Techo Hun Sen recalled ASEAN's 55-year history and its beyond expected achievements, making Southeast Asia a region of cooperation, development, and trust. He underscored the regional and global uncertainties caused by multidimensional impacts of COVID-19, tensions among major countries, and crises in Myanmar and Ukraine. More than ever, ASEAN needs to unite, promote its centrality, and strive to build a cohesive, inclusive, and cooperative community with the spirit of unity in diversity, Hun Sen urged. Shortly prior to the opening ceremony, Foreign Minister Bùi Thanh Sơn and his counterparts from other ASEAN nations paid a courtesy call to Prime Minister Hun Sen. Sơn also had a meeting with Prak Sokhom, Cambodian Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. They agreed to further reinforce the bilateral ties by maintaining and increasing the exchange of high-level delegations and meetings, as well as comprehensive cooperation mechanisms.
FDI's disbursement in Vietnam reached $11.57 billion in the first 7 months of this year, up 10.2% compared to the same period last year.
Vietnam raked in about $15.4 billion in FDI during the period, a year-on-year decline of over 7%, according to the Foreign Investment Agency under the Ministry of Planning and Investment. Newly registered investment totaled $5.27 billion, down 43% year-on-year. The Foreign Investment Agency announced that processing and manufacturing lost the largest share of FDI. The real estate came second. Singapore led the 88 countries and territories investing in Vietnam with $4.3 billion, making up 27.7% of total FDI. It was followed by the Republic of Korea with $3.26 billion, equivalent to 21%.
Pictured with a year-round cool climate, many households in Bắc Cạn province has invested in cold water fish farming associated with tourism in recent times and initially reported good results.
That is the salmon and sturgeon farm owned by Mr. Đăng in Yên Dương Commune Ba Bể district. Since combining raising fish with tourism, the number of visitors to his farm has increased, resulting in higher fish consumption. Mr. Dũng farm is quite large, earning him hundreds of millions of Vietnam dong a year. There are 4 farms in Bắc Cạn province raising salmon and sturgeon. Thanks to the climate, local salmon and sturgeon products are good quality and have found favor among consumers. Some salmon and sturgeon farms are located high in the mountains where the climate is cooler and the landscapes are beautiful, so fish farm owners have combined fish rearing with tourism. Visitors can sightsee at the farms and nearby, enjoy some fish dishes, and learn about the culture of the local people. The result shows that cold water fish farming combined with tourism is a new and highly effective business. It promises to be a means of helping sustainable reduction in mountainous and ethnic minority areas.
Vietnam has remarked in the world's top fastest growing destinations, expanding 50 to 70% monthly since the beginning of the 2022, according to the Vietnam National Administration of the Tourism.
Vietnam welcomed 954,000 international tourists in the first 7 months of 2022, a ninefold increase from the same time last year. The growth in the number of foreign visitors averaged 62% per month during the January-July period, the administration said. Most of the foreign visitors came from Asia-Pacific, including the Southeast Asian nations of Cambodia, Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia. The Republic of Korea was Vietnam's largest source of tourists during the period, followed by the US. Though small, the number of travelers from Europe has been on the rise, with a relatively high growth, particularly those from the UK, France, and Germany. Search volumes for accommodations in Vietnam last month hit 100 points, 5.9 times higher than the start of March, 17 points. Most of the traffic was from the US, Australia, Singapore, India, and Japan. Meanwhile, the search volumes for foreign destinations by Vietnamese travelers in July soared 780% year-on-year as international travel has rebounded.
The northern province of Ninh Bình, where Hollywood blockbuster called Skull Island was filmed in 2016, was named one of the 12 coolest movie filming locations in Asia, according to U.S. magazine Travel's Leisure.
The $190 million film was shot in Chang An Limestone Complex, Long Lagoon, and Tam Cốc, where limestone caused marines rise out of the waters. Travel Leisure wrote, the Ninh Bình area is known as the inland cousin of Hạ Long Bay. Scenically similar, though significantly smaller, it has far fewer visitors. The Chang An area where scenes were shot is listed as part of the UNESCO World Heritage Area, where it has several unique Buddhist pagodas and temples. Situated around 2 hours from Hanoi, Ninh Bình was home to ancient capital of Hoa Lưu during the reign of the Đinh dynasty. It was overlooked by foreign tourists for years until Skull Island was filmed there, giving it a global reputation.
That's all for today on Bình Phước Radio, television station, and newspaper news. Once again, thanks for your watching and goodbye for now.